Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday morning. It is a beautiful morning right before Thanksgiving in 2015. Sometimes the thoughts that come through as I begin this meditation are kind of humorous because we humans are rather humorous when you take a look. When we get out of bed every morning, the potential we have with our intelligence, with our resources, with the freest time in history, and the understanding that we are divine beings. How we still, instead of getting on the bullet train, going where we need to go and holding our energy field and creating, because we know we can create, we still get on our old little Schwinn bicycle that the tires can barely get us where we need to go. It's a little rusty. And we spend time putting that little, playing card in there so it goes, but. Why? Because we are creatures of habit. And when we come into the world in each incarnation, we must take what they call the drink of forgetfulness, so that we come in fresh every time, so that we create from the milieu around us. So the good news is that eventually we begin to pull in parts of our consciousness and remembrances of other lifetimes when we've been in complete mastery, and the fact that we are divine beings. But the bad news is sometimes the patterning and the wounding is so thick and so cyclic that it goes into our limbic nervous system over and over and over again, that we begin to live a very circumscribed, small range of potential reality. Also, we are programmed in school. I don't know how many times in school Miss Klein would come over and grab me by the nose. Miss Jorgensen, who do you think you are? I'm the teacher. Stop trying to be the teacher. And in kindergarten, Miss Shvesky, she would say, let's all go over to the piano and sing a song. And I'd say, okay, everybody in the room that wants to come with me to continue playing blocks, because we're having a great time, raise your hand to come with me. I'm sure you have the same stories, because if you're listening to this, you're a change agent, and you could just feel these teachers had very tight sphincters. And you couldn't breathe, and you didn't fit. So what did you do? You modulated yourself, and you decided, instead of this frequency band, that you were going to be in a plane and fly with your friends, the little children that were still somewhat in the mystical range. You started shutting down to safety, about like that. So then when you decide what to do in your life, and they say, when you are 12, you know exactly in your heart what you want to do. So think about that. What did you want to be and do when you were 12? While you're thinking about that, I'll tell you what I wanted to do. I saw Over the Rainbow, and I watched that movie over and over and over again. And I said, you know what? I hope there's an Over the Rainbow, because this, I had to shut my eyes in my life as a child and listen to music to even be taken to a place that felt safe, that felt joyful, that felt happy. So when I watched Over the Rainbow, I said, I'm going to be just like Judy Garland. So I would stand in front of the mirror with my hairbrush and sing Over the Rainbow. So there is a theme that goes through our life. There is like this manhole cover over our throats and over this little circumscribed energy field that we helped, would keep us safe, would keep us from disapproval, would bring love and safety. We wouldn't be abandoned. But did any of that really work? No. Why? Because you couldn't squeeze yourself into that space. You are so compacted and contracted that your body and your soul and all that you are began expressing itself in something that wasn't even you. Therefore, How could someone love you? How could someone see you? Now, the good news is there's time clocks for everything. And who you are right now, sitting there in your body, can respect and be thankful for all that you went through vortexing to pop out of this little range. Why? Because the being that you are now couldn't have operated in that little tiny environment. Now, why are we thankful for that tiny environment? Because it gave you traumas and ideas and thoughts that are rampantly, insidiously infecting the earth. I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable. It's okay if people hurt me. The list is very long. And whatever it is you chose to take on in your heart had a vibrational signature that, because of your powerful nature and willingness to blow out of this and to open yourself into a pyramid and to allow that light to come in and to dissolve and push it out, has given you a perfect opportunity to look at this and say, I am a divine being, to have overcome and chosen over and over again ways to discreate this range here. And you still may have people in your life who are so pissed off that you're not living in that range. You're still not the monkey. You're still not jumping for them, because you are here for a different reason. And I often say your body is somewhat of a washing machine. Whatever it is, your major trauma, a parent, a mother, a father, betrayal through love, whatever it is, a disease or a sickness, that challenge has held your golden scepter of movement forward to be the leader and healed with the deep compassion and understanding as you are sitting there today, at whatever level you are at of moving through and breaking through this. So we do these meditations because the whole design is so funny. I move right and my arms move left because of the screen, how it works. So it's a little dyslexic in the morning. But the whole design of it is, it's like a pyramid. And we were cultured and through the media to stay on this level, this bottom level of the pyramid. And bravely and courageously, because your soul says, I must go up those steps to the next level. There's not as many people there. There's not as many, you know your truth, but there's not enough touchstones in truth and resonance out in the world of people, places, and things for you to feel safe. But you are now being asked to go up to the third level, where it's rarefied. You must learn to slow down and to absolutely resource yourself from the upper realms of absolute truth and knowing, and then walk down the steps into the middle with your smaller population and groups of awakening people, and still using discernment there. Not everyone is trustworthy until they're up in the top of the pyramid. But the more that you trust yourself, and the more that you are using discernment, and you are staying there more and more in that middle zone, you have a sense of, okay, I can have my foot in this world, and I can have my foot in that world. But until that happens, what happens is you go up, you're in the middle, you're doing great. Boy, you break through, and something happens. Someone betrays you in that level, or you can't stay there, and you just tumble down those stairs and go to the bottom level, and you're in despair. You're in despair, and you say, oh, I've made no progress at all. What is wrong? And that's where this figure 8 that I've introduced in the coaching program is. It's a big figure 8, and the higher you go, the more light you have, more awareness, And it's like gold panning. You see where the coals or the clumps on the gold are, and then you go back down and suddenly you see the dark coal, their resonances, their harmonics, their residual of the people who hurt you so bad. And guess what? You're going to start pulling those people back in because they hold the resonance of that coal in your body. Because that coal has to be awakened. It's been sitting there dormant, and it's been controlling you, and it's been going out through your voice saying, would someone please come in and remind me how hurt I was as a child, so I can finally say, you can't do this to me anymore. I'm setting a boundary. I am worthwhile. I am lovable, and you must leave my life now. So that's what it's about. So today we have a lot to be grateful for, because if you're here, you're in various stages of walking up, residing in the middle, trying to live in both worlds. And the fact is, it wouldn't be practical for us to go and live in this little top pyramid right now, would it? Would it really? The old days, they used to go into deep meditation in caves. Om Mani Padme Hum. No, right now, you are needed, and you are needed, and you are needed, because each of you carries a resonance just by your presence here today, physically, and your consciousness. The harmonics of your being are recreating and pulling out of me keys and locks that are activating all of us at the same time. So, teamwork. And again, it's not completely safe in the middle zone, because we all still have a few little coals, and we still bounce off each other. And sometimes that bouncing off, because we're so awake and so aware, what wouldn't have bothered us 5 years ago now is sensitivity of like, oh, why would you say that to me? We are now in such an expanded, vulnerable, open state that it really is more painful now than ever before. Think about that. When you're growing up, man, everybody treated each other that way. Now, we're co-creating a new benevolent way in this upper level. So what we do is we go up to the top pyramid through meditation to relax and get rid of more of these little pieces of coal, so we don't have to go through the drama, trauma, and the bouncing up and down in the figure 8. Now, I want to say one more thing about this figure 8. I met a man, and he said, Jan, you have complete control over where your consciousness resides at all times. I said, I do. And he said, yes. You actually, as you're going throughout your day, you would want to have 80% of your consciousness here on Earth, functioning, right and left brain balanced, conversation, and be here in your body. 80%. Now, you want to keep then 10% in the middle realms, access to the angelic realms. That would be 10, 11, 12 levels of consciousness. I mean, there's names for these, but it's actually accessible frequency fields where you can access information and talk to beings and be present and allow for that energy and knowledge and to come through you as well for healing. So then above that are the levels of, there's certain words for it. Jeffrey Thompson has words. I'm just going to say the upper levels, the creation zone. So if I were walking around completely in the creation zone, I wouldn't be able to converse with people so well. I would just be so expanded that my thoughts and words themselves would start moving the particles of reality around, and there'd be miracles in every little touch. No, we have to stay balanced. That is only when we are in a place of privacy or directing or healing. So think about this today as you go through your life. Where am I residing? Am I residing down in the lower levels of primal fear? You can also look at this vibration 200, 300, 400 zone. Or am I moving up into my Christic consciousness, which is 734 hertz, up into the thousands, up into the 10,000, being present in the galactic vibrational realm. I don't make these up. I've taken a lot of different courses with scientists and quantum field experts. So these little things I'm saying are just to give some relevance to these kind of esoteric pictures that I'm giving you. So we're going to do a meditation today that enables us to calm our emotional field as we look at the bigger picture of our progress, of where we are residing, of which areas are now having light, and seeing where the gold is covered. The golden light on Christ consciousness is still a little bit obscured. And to work within in a way that is not traumatic, that we are judging ourselves or creating more mental and emotional effort and depressive energy than is necessary. Does that sound good to everybody? Just nod your head. Okay, I see brows furrowing, yes. Okay, so let's go under. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. We ask and intend to set a sacred space, knowing that it is set. We are putting a beautiful geometric figure in the shape of a pyramid over our bodies, one point going up and another pyramid below us, point going down. We command that within this space, that no one else's energy is present. It is just us. We are in charge. That's the good news, and also the news that makes us feel we are responsible. This is something that, having been led like horses for much of our life, is a new, deeply disturbing thought to some people. So let's begin with this. Take a breath through your nose and out through your mouth. And in your mind, repeat after me. I ask and intend to release the anxiety, trepidation, and feelings of not worthiness, to be completely responsible for this body, for my thoughts, and for my life. I am tired of looking outside myself for what to do. I am claiming my right to make mistakes and to explore without heavy judgment of right or wrong or good or bad. Deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. I am now choosing to release the old heavy self-judgment that I have carried about me, learning about and experiencing me. I am now choosing new thoughts and new emotions that allow me to just be, to experience, and to explore all the facets of my life as the Creator sees me, free, lovable, and good. Take a breath through your nose and out through your mouth. Now this is very big. So imagine that a golden corkscrew of heaven, a very gentle cleaning mechanism, one that attracts all the old vibration, is very gently, energetically coming down into your crown chakra And as it moves through your body, because of its very nature as a corkscrew, it is breaking up all the old ways that you have stood beside yourself, almost like a glass door there, keeping you separate from your inner core. All those judgments and experiences gone wrong, should have done this, should have done that. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and we are celebrating that we are thankful for what we learned. We are also celebrating the deep knowing that there is no perfect. As this vortexing golden corkscrew is going through your body and doing its job, we ask that our spirit guides assist and help move any old resistances, like a rotor-rooter going in and breaking up all the plugged, stuck, old shame, guilt, and confusion. We are just letting ourselves be completely cleared and purified so that we may experience our divine alignment in a way as never before. Let this go deep into your digestive system, cleaning up the old toxins and chemicals, the ways that you have digested the world, information, and food. We are asking now that the mucous membranes, your stomach, your large intestine, all be brightened up with more vitality, this cleansing elixir coming through your body, as simultaneously the old is being drawn out like a magnet with this coil. And as this coil spins, it just, like centrifugal force, just kind of sends the old energy, that darker, crusty energy, over the golden nugget of your being, of your core, is just flinging it out into the universe. We ask and intend if there's any tendency to want to hold on or to feel safe, or somehow this expansion does not feel grounded, we ask that you feel completely secure, safe, and grounded during this process, that you feel your feet on this earth, and that you send down a grounding cord out of each foot, a 3-pronged grounding cord. Notice what a difference that makes. So the coil is moving through your body. It is moving into your heart. It is very gently disturbing the old undisturbable areas of shock, abuse, playing it small, being frozen with fear, and inactive of how to protect yourself and move through difficult situations. We are removing these vibrations from all the layers of our heart now. Take a deep breath. This is the deepest, most sensitive part of your body. And just let it go. Just allow it. It takes courage to let go. Just let these energies continue at the most minute level. Every single spinning atom that has been disturbed by the vibration of fear and its residual, we are asking it be set right. Set to your absolute divine core of light, constitution, now. You don't have to worry about how it's done. It is all very gently being nudged energetically for each of us, just the right methodology. This is just going to take a moment for the heart. And as we allow the heart to continue this process, we let this golden elixir of light now come into our lungs, where the level of disappointment and sadness is sometimes unfathomable, and untouchable because of its depth. This light of your divinity has no fear, and it does have the upper hand to dive into this pool of not just this lifetime, but all lifetimes of betrayal, disappointment, and sadness, and specifically grief, loss. The tissues of your actual physical lung is now becoming brighter and healing and letting go. It's as if every cell is drinking in a new beverage and releasing the old, gently and fully now. So your heart and lungs, it's like it was a tiny ember of light, and it's being fanned and beginning to glow now. And the new energies are simply warming and burning off the old heaviness. Excellent. And I just want to remind you, I am just saying words. You yourself are the magic wand. You yourself are allowing and moving and recreating yourself in this moment. You are an energy healer, and you are healing yourself. And you can do this anytime for yourself and for others. Just keep breathing and allowing these energies to expunge. I'm not sure if that's a word, but I guess it's like sponging up and then squeezing out the sponge of the old energy, and the vortex of this corkscrew moving through your body very gently is just removing it. So bit by bit, your body is feeling more, not empty, but free. All parts are humming and working together. No compartmentalization. No little touchstones of that, fear, here it comes again. Because these high vibration elixir energies pouring through your body, through your crown chakra, simultaneously being, it's like a car wash. This is divine physical human body wash. Everything that's needed is given. The whole system is already set up. You don't even have to think about it. High octane washing fuel, especially when we've already asked our higher guides and angels to help us. So we let these energies now come into our solar plexus, our own will, our seat of creativity. We command that everyone else's ideas about us or their comfort zone of who we are and what we should do be removed from our solar plexus chakra now. For truly, they are not loving us for us, but wanting us to match their geometry of control. We are done with that game. We will only connect with people through our hearts. We are releasing our parents' ideas and agendas and feeling world from our solar plexus. We are expanding and opening to all that is, all possibility. And no wonder things haven't worked so well till now, because we've been attracting in people, places, and things based on the little coal nuggets to invite us to remove it. But now, in this state of our core glow of gold, we ask that our will and our creativity and how those projects and ideas actually match our core create joy, manifestation, movement forward, and bliss. And that your environment and your work and your bank account all reflects this divine expansion of your truth being vibrated out like a broadcast through your solar plexus. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. Do you see how it's all connected? If your heart is sad and your lungs are sad and your solar plexus is connected to all of that, that's all carried within it with your creations, which is fine. And again, we are thankful for all the experiences we've had till now, but now we're asking for more freedom in our creativity, less backing up, less holding our breath. We're asking to be free channels so that our gifts, our health, our thinking, and our presence in the world is all aligned and shining, not confusing to ourselves and not confusing to other people. We show up. We do what we say we'll do. We are decisive because we know who we are. It's that simple. We feel good. We are reclaiming our right to feel good and to let other people feel good or bad, irregardless of what we are doing and thinking. We release everyone else from making us feel good. That is big. Everyone else is off the hook for making us feel okay, good, beautiful, lovable, or desirable. We simply reside in our golden tone of resonance as you're experiencing in this moment. And people will know that you're good. And everything flows from that. We don't need for them to know you're good. You're good for you. You're good for you primarily as a priority and because it is the right thing to do to be yourself. And as we move more into our oneness of our truth and let the will of our uniqueness come through unfettered, it will be a humorous old story to see how we have contracted and convoluted ourselves to imagine that we could experience love in that fashion when it was actually just control, fear-based. So we are releasing any need to conform ourselves to any other vibrational field, agendas, thoughts, beliefs, coercion, judgments. We are letting our dominant frequency be so pure that it is seated in your base, second and third chakra, up to your heart, expressed through your throat, your third eye, and your crown chakra. We ask it all be balanced and healed and whole now. And we let go of everything else. We resource ourselves through our pure resonance. All that matches us out there will come in. Our only true work is to embrace that we are responsible to be awake and to care for this energy field of our truth. So let that come into your nervous system. We ask and intend that being responsible for our lives, for who we truly are in this alignment, is a joyful experience, not dreaded. But to be an active co-creator on this earth as a change agent with Source is the ultimate gift. The gifts flow through us and we open them and share them abundantly. We have moved past any hesitation or fear to feel that being responsible for all of this is out of our realm. It absolutely is who we are. And now that we've unveiled it, the gift, and you know the truth, it's real. It is the new operating reality. It is an exquisite joy to be responsible for an awakened, empowered energy field in alignment with Source. Deep, 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 deep breath. Deep breath down to your toes. Oh, so we are asking that this meditation now be complete, but that it also continue on the most finite, amazing, minuscule levels of your being, and that we are protected as this occurs, and we're putting a beautiful, golden, resilient egg around our energy field. So other people's thoughts, television, anything that does not match this vibration would have you think that you're small or need to contort, just bounces off. And people will receive and get to know and see you through this bright golden tone, and they will love that. They will love that. Okay, so now I'm going to be signing off on this meditation. You can join every Wednesday morning. I'm Jancercone, and I can be found at soundandlighthealingarts.com. Thank you for joining me.